Damn, fake fans out here. That's how it be sometimes. But it's alright. We don't want no fake fans for Mr. E and Jen. We want the real deal, because that's what we're getting.
I believe, I'm not 100% sure, I think that the record is pretty solidly in Mr. E's favor.
That tends to be how it goes, however, it's certainly not a perfect record.
How can you have a perfect record against Jen? The man, he plays this character, and he knows how to play the character for comebacks. That if you're not careful, Mr. E, normally he traps people at the ledge, which is definitely like one of Ryu's biggest weaknesses. But if you are not finishing off stocks and then he gets off the ledge, now you're dealing with a big red beefy boy in not the greatest fashion.
Certainly not. However, Mr. E not looking too threatened by all the rage that Jen has built up onto him. This is one of the classic aspects of Mr. E's play when he's coming in hot, is that he's just really solid at spacing out his opponents. Keep them at bay. That's why he found so much success with his Marth and why his Marth is still world class. But it works just as fine with Lucina. Just keep him at the end of the sword. You don't want your opponents being able to turn a reversal on you, especially an opponent like Ryu, whose reversals can be fatal at near any percentage.
One thing that actually I just noticed, and I think possibly interesting, I've never taken note of it before, is that if you saw Mr. E's most recent edge guard, the one where he like neutral aired, and then when he caught the roll on, he did, I think it was forward air to knock him to the other side. I wonder if it's sort of thing where he only goes for that after certain percents when he knows that it'll still put them off stage on the ledge in a bad position. I'm curious like what his thought process is in terms of whether he has stages to when he'll, you know, bust out certain option coverages.
Mr. E's always been a very unique player, just because he has such a interesting understanding of how Marth and Lucina are able to control space and how he can get aggressive with opponents, not just when. So it's very much unique to his own style. Everything that he cooks up, it works, and it's fine on paper, but it's definitely not like a wholly calculated, like, if X, do Y, if Y, do Z.
Well, he's so good at reacting.
Yes.
He's so good at react. Like, his reactionary edge guards are possibly, like, I mean, I think they're top 5 in the game.
On top of his style of play, I feel like his reactions are certainly his brightest future.
If you've ever spoken to E in person, you know that he's actually a hummingbird, which is why his reaction times are so high.
I can confirm, he can flap his wings very fast.
He also has to eat, I think, 5 times his body weight in sugar every day in order to keep his heart beating.
He accomplishes this through Taco Bell. This is something else I can confirm.
I think that's how most smashers keep their body, their heart beating. Like, inject the Taco Bell right into my veins. We got to address this match also. Right now,
even game?
Yeah.
If Jen can recover? Even game?
Yeah, no, now it's even game. If that might be it. Yeah. Welcome
in the year 2018, we rolling dice, boys.
Oh. I feel like the way that the meta has shaped up, like, I know from, like, when I feel like whenever I lose, it's because of one of 2 things happens. One of 3 things. But the big ones are either I'm trapped at the ledge forever and ever and I just get ledge trapped over and over again, or I'm ahead the entire game and then get rage janked. And I feel like this is like the ultimate show of those 2 sort of archetypes.
Bro,
in the game.
It's either they win or you lose.
Yeah, option 3 is I get outplayed. But that would almost never happen.
No, never.
Never happens. Maybe like once against a Ganon.
Specific. Anyways, coming back to the ledge. Back at it again, sort of the same notes that game 1 had started off with. Lots of damage getting put onto Jen early on. Jen just trying to sort of reciprocate some of that damage. However, having a little bit more of an aggressive start from both players is sort of making things peter out more into Jen's favor.
Yeah, I feel like Jen's use of focus is a lot better this time around. Mr. E, he's using a lot of the forward air. He's doing a good job of mixing it up, but Jen is just outside of the... Are you booping me?
He did the Mr. E to Mr. E. He footstooled him in, like, another dimension. It was so deep in the blast zone.
Do you know if it's in Smash Ultimate you can still accidentally footstool?
I don't even know if it's an accident, but it can happen.
Oh, I'm not saying that was accidental. Like definitely there's like
you
players
footstool.
over time. It used to be like 2016. Yeah, nobody ever footstooled on purpose. the year of our Lord 2018, though, that was a calculated edge guard. And it actually basically is a message to E, don't go too low. Don't think you're safe if you're down there where no one can see you. That was not true Shoryu, I think, and that's why he got traded.
The way these percentages are, oh, he pulled the trigger. He did not have the right spacing. He should not have done it, but E went deep for some particular reason, so made it safe for Jen.
And right now, I feel like Jen is doing a lot of this neutral get up on the ledge because it's the point where if E mistimes anything, just
Talking about mistiming, how
That
about
was-
perfect timing. Down air meeting those fists, sending Jen barreling into the blast zone.
that was
and bringing us to game 3.
That was so good. If you notice, he does this trade right there, which meant that he wasn't grabbing the ledge. You have like, I think it's about 50 or so frames where you cannot re-grab ledge, and E was just aware of that and immediately smacks him down there. Good timing. That move, I can't believe that Mars consistently land that spike.
I'm going to keep it real with you, Salted Fun. That was definitely an E gamble. That was a branded Mr. E gamble, and it worked out.
Oh, yeah.
Jen is not the only one rolling dice on this field. But game 3 is bringing us to Final Destination. And both of these players at this point are well and adapted to how each other needs to play against each other.
If you notice, like the way that these guys are playing on this stage, is that they're very patient. They're barely trying to take care of space. But as soon as the opponent is in the corner, especially Jen, that's when he gets aggressive on Mr. E.
Yo, counter into the stage was nice.
That was, I believe he could have texted that, but like, how can you possibly be ready for that? And yeah, Mr. E is also so good at getting off the ledge. Like, it's just I feel like if the only tournament legal stage was Wii Fit Studio, he would be like mid-level player. But
That's a hell of a hypothetical. We don't have to worry about it, though.
I understand he's really good, but like the fact that he excels so much at the ledge.
He understands one of the cardinal tenets of Smash, and that's just, it doesn't matter how well you play while you're on the stage. If your opponent is off the stage, you're winning. You can build up percentage just like this. The pressure continues to build up.
He's farming rage. Never
He's
mind.
farming L's. Very solid edge guard from Mr. E. Manages to close out
Wow.
a pretty wonky set.
Yeah, what a turnaround from him. Like, in game 2, I thought it was done and done. I thought it was just going to be 2-0 and a handshake. But Mr. E knows how to make those comebacks, to portion his time, to really think about it. You can't, what are you eating? I was
Chicken curry.
Chicken curry?